The Vampire by John Stagg. Why looks my lord so deadly pale? Why fades the crimson from his cheek? What can my dearest husband ail? Thy heartfelt cares, O Herman, speak. Why at the silent hour of rest dost thou in sleep so sadly mourn? Hast thou with heaviest grief oppressed griefs too distressful to be borne? Why heaves thy breast? Why throbs thy heart? O speak, and if there be relief, thy Gertrude solace shall impart, if not, at least shall share thy grief. One is that cheek which once the bloom of manly beauty sparkling shewed, dim are those eyes in pensive gloom that late with keenest lustre glowed. Say why, too, at the midnight hour you sadly pant and tug for breath, as if some supernatural power were pulling you away to death. Restless though sleeping, still you groan, and with convulsive horror start. O Herman, to thy wife make known that grief which preys upon thy heart. O Gertrude, how shall I relate the uncommon anguish that I feel, strange as severe is this my fate, a fate I cannot long conceal. In spite of all my wonted strength, stern destiny has sealed my doom. The dreadful malady at length will drag me to the silent tomb. But say, my Herman, what's the cause of this distress and all thy care, that vulture-like thy vitals gnaws, and galls thy bosom with despair? Sure this can be no common grief, sure this can be no common pain. Speak if this world contain relief, that soon thy Gertrude shall obtain. O Gertrude, 'tis a horrid cause, O Gertrude, 'tis unusual care, that vulture-like my vitals gnaws and galls my bosom with despair. Young Sigismund, my once dear friend, but lately he resigned his breath. With others I did him attend unto the silent house of death. For him I wept, for him I mourned, paid all to friendship that was due, but sadly friendship is returned, thy Herman he must follow too. Must follow to the gloomy grave, in spite of human art or skill. No power on earth my life can save, 'tis fate's unalterable will. Young Sigismund, my once dear friend, but now my persecutor foul, doth his malevolence extend e'en to the torture of my soul. By night, when, wrapped in soundest sleep, all mortals share a soft repose, my soul doth dreadful vigils keep, more keen than which hell scarcely knows. From the drear mansion of the tomb, from the low regions of the dead, the ghost of Sigismund doth roam, and dreadful haunts me in my bed. There, vested in infernal guise, by means to me not understood, close to my side the goblin lies, and drinks away my vital blood, sucks from my veins the streaming life, and drains the fountain of my heart. O Gertrude, Gertrude, dearest wife, unutterable is my smart. When surfeited the goblin dire with banqueting by suckled gore, will to his sepulchral retire, till night invites him forth once more. Then will he dreadfully return, and from my veins life's juices drain, whilst slumbering I with anguish mourn, and toss with agonizing pain. Already I'm exhausted, spent, 'tis carnival is nearly o'er. My soul with agony is rent, tomorrow I shall be no more. But oh, my Gertrude, dearest wife, the keenest pangs hath last remained. When dead, I too shall seek thy life. Thy blood by Herman shall be drained. But to avoid this horrid fate, soon as I'm dead and laid in earth, drive through my corpse a javelin straight. This shall prevent my coming forth. O watch with me this last sad night, watch in your chamber here alone. but carefully conceal the light until you hear my parting groan. Then at what time the vesper bell of yonder convent shall be tolled, that peal shall ring my passing knell, and Hermann's body shall be cold. Then and just then thy lamp make bare the starting ray, the bursting light shall from my side the goblin scare, and shew him visible to sight. The livelong night poor Gertrude sate, watched by her sleeping, dying lord. The livelong night she mourned his fate, the object whom her soul adored. Then at what time the vesper bell of yonder convent sadly tolled, the then was pealed his passing knell, the hapless Hermann he was cold. Just at that moment Gertrude drew from neath her cloak the hidden light, when dreadful she beheld in view the shade of Sigismund, sad sight. Indignant rolled his ireful eyes that gleamed with wild horrific stare, and fixed a moment with surprise, beheld aghast the enlightening glare. His jaws cadaverous were besmeared with clotted carnage o'er, and all his horrid whole appeared distent and filled with human gore. With hideous scowl the spectre fled, she shrieked aloud, then swooned away. The hapless Hermann in his bed, all pale, a lifeless body lay. Next day in council 'twas decree, urged at the instance of the state, that shuddering nature should be freed from pests like these, ere 'twas too late. The choir then burst the funeral dome, where Sigismund was lately laid, and found him, though within the tomb, still warm as life and undecayed. With blood his visage was distained, exsanguined were his frightful eyes, each sign of former life remained, save that all motionless he lies. The corpse of Hermann they contrive to the same sepulchre to take, and through both carcasses they drive, deep in the earth, a sharpened stake. By this was finished their career, through this no longer they can roam, from them their friends have naught to fear, both quiet keep. Les Vampires, Charles Baudelaire. You, who like a stab wound into my wailing heart thrust, you, who like a herd of devils winds crazy and bedecked to make my humiliated spirit your bedroom domain, I lie with you, the infamous one, to whom I am related as if chained. Like the gambler to his game, the drunkard to his wine, the maggot to the rotten flesh. Accursed, accursed, damn you! I prayed for the swift sword to conquer my freedom, the perfidious poison to succor my cowardice. Alas, the poison and the blade answered me with disdain. You're not worthy of rescue, fool. If the efforts of our empire were to deliver you, your cold kisses on the cadaver would reanimate your vampire. Afterward. We hope you have enjoyed our little excursion through the world of vampire poetry. By way of closing, we have composed a little ditty to send you on your way. Back to the graveyard, perhaps. The moon it is falling behind the trees. The first chill of dawn blows like breath in the breeze. The tomb awaits you, your sepulchral sleep. A babe in the womb of the earth 6 feet deep. The victims are drained of their precious red wine. The world is your oyster. All women are thine, all of the men too, as their bodies do twist into pretzels of pain in the dank morning mist. The vampire returns to his worm-encrusted bed, to sleep among bones in the forests of the dead, in the stinking old yards of crumbling stone, where the dead grip the dead in an embrace of bone. And the mist, it is lowering like lambs cross the earth, to celebrate vampire babes at their birth, to bleat for the blood is the life of the beast, to succor their bellies on the hot vino feast. For the blood is the life, don't you know it is true? And the earth will embrace you when your body turns blue, and the hot wind of hell may take you where it fain, to a realm full of shadow and a world beyond pain. So come with us, living dead, come with us all, to the dark shadowed ballet, where bones clack in the hall, and our skulls fill with tears, oh so red and so hot. For living we aren't, but dead we are not. Nighty nightmares.